Picture this, Gotham City, a canvas of perpetual shadows, where even the caped crusader finds himself navigating a maze unlike any he's encountered before. For months, Batman had been fighting a phantom war, each encounter with a familiar rogue feeling subtly wrong, like pieces of a meticulously crafted puzzle designed not to trap him physically, but to unravel the very fabric of his identity, his sanity. There was Clayface, used to impersonate a beloved ally, sowing seeds of distrust. There was Poison Ivy, her deadly flora deployed not just for chaos, but for precise, crippling psychological strikes. And at the heart of it all, a brilliant, unseen orchestrator, pulling strings from the deepest recesses of the city, targeting not just Batman, but Bruce Wayne. The attacks were surgical, relentless, and deeply personal. Every move seemed calculated to hit where it hurt the most, striking at relationships, at trust, at the very foundations of Bruce's life. And somewhere in the periphery, a figure, shrouded in mystery, with a face obscured by pristine white bandages, always seemed to be watching, silent, an enigmatic conductor of this cruel symphony. This was no random criminal enterprise. This was an intimate assault, born from a mind that knew Bruce Wayne perhaps even better than he knew himself. The villain behind this elaborate, year-long campaign was known only as Hush, but his true genius lay not in brute force, nor in grand theatrical displays, but in the insidious precision of his manipulation. He understood the intricate web of Gotham's underworld, not to conquer it, but to exploit it. He didn't just recruit villains, he rewired them, turning them into unwitting pawns in a much larger game. The Riddler, known for his intellect, became Hush's primary strategist. His riddles not just clues, but diversions, designed to mislead Batman while the real damage was inflicted elsewhere. This wasn't about bank robberies or world domination. This was about dismantling Bruce Wayne, piece by agonizing piece. Hush orchestrated events that forced Bruce to question his closest allies, to revisit old wounds, to confront the ghosts of his past. It was psychological warfare on an unprecedented scale, aimed squarely at the man behind the cowl, leveraging his inherent need for control and his deep-seated fears. What made Hush truly terrifying was his mastery of information, his ability to anticipate Bruce's every move, as if he had an intimate understanding of his mind. And then came the chilling reveal. The man behind the bandages, the brilliant surgeon who had orchestrated this elaborate ballet of destruction, was none other than Thomas Elliot. Thomas Elliot, Bruce Wayne's childhood friend. The boys had grown up together, sharing the privileges and pressures of Gotham's elite. They were two sides of a similar coin, both from wealthy, influential families. But while Bruce's tragedy, the murder of his parents, led him to channel his pain into a crusade for justice, Thomas's own trauma, born from a more complex, self-inflicted family tragedy, twisted him into something dark and venomous. He harbored a deep, festering resentment, a profound jealousy of Bruce. He saw Bruce's transformation into Batman not as an act of heroism, but as a path he himself could have taken, a life he felt was somehow denied to him. He was a reflection, a dark mirror image of what Bruce Wayne might have become had his grief and privilege led him down a road of pure destructive vengeance, rather than noble purpose. Hush wanted to dismantle Bruce not just out of spite, but from a twisted, perverse sense of a shared journey, believing he knew Bruce better than anyone and thus deserved to destroy him. The confrontation with Hush was unlike any other Bruce had faced. It wasn't about outsmarting a madman or overpowering a brute. It was confronting a ghost from his own past, a distorted echo of his own potential. Hush's intimate knowledge of Bruce's psyche, his family, his friends, his vulnerabilities made every encounter a deeply unsettling experience. When Hush finally revealed his face, or rather the stark, bandaged visage that concealed it, the true horror of his motivations became clear. This was a man who felt he had been robbed, who believed his life had been unfairly diverted, and he blamed Bruce. The physical battles were secondary to the psychological ones. Each blow Hush landed wasn't just on Batman's body, but on Bruce Wayne's spirit, reminding him of lost innocence, of what might have been, of the fine line between his chosen path and the abyss Hush had embraced. Bruce was forced to look into the eyes of someone who could have been his brother-in-arms, but who instead chose to be his most insidious tormentor, a man who saw no value in justice, only in the chaotic satisfaction of tearing down what Bruce had built. The conflict with Hush left scars that ran far deeper than any physical wound. Bruce Wayne had faced countless villains, but none had ever struck so close to home. None had known him so intimately. None had dared to attack the very foundation of his identity and his personal life with such calculated cruelty. Hush exposed a profound vulnerability within Bruce, not just to betrayal, but to the haunting possibility that someone with similar gifts, similar resources, and a shared past could turn so utterly, maliciously dark. It was a stark reminder of the choices we make and how different paths can diverge from similar beginnings. Hush wasn't just another supervillain. He was a living, breathing testament to Bruce Wayne's fears, a dark prophecy of what could have been. And while Hush might be defeated, the chilling shadow of that childhood friendship, twisted into pure venom, remains a poignant and painful chapter in the life of the Caped Crusader. It served as a powerful, unsettling lesson that sometimes the greatest threats come not from the shadows of a city, but from the echoes of our own past, from those who once walked beside us. Hush, a brilliant surgeon, the childhood friend, the master manipulator with a bandaged face, truly stands as one of Batman's most dangerous and personal foes. He forced Bruce Wayne to confront a mirror image of himself, a man who chose vengeance over justice, destruction over healing, and in doing so, offered a chilling glimpse into the fragile line separating heroism from villainy. It's a story that reminds us of the profound impact of choices and the complex nature of human connection, even when twisted by jealousy and resentment. What are your thoughts on Hush's unique role in Batman's rogues gallery? Do you agree that he represents one of Bruce Wayne's most personal challenges? Share your insights and reflections in the comments below. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into the stories and characters that shape our favorite narratives. Thank you for listening.